This is the morning after with Chris, and today I'm with Dennis.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. Thank you. Actually, thank you so much. I know I already said it, but one of the questions that I wanted to ask you, and it's so funny because you came early today, and as I was watching you, just like
Yeah,
as we were getting ready, you were making friends out there.
I love doing that.
Yeah, you do. And
Uh-huh.
one of the things I wanted to ask you was about making friends, like in
Mm,
coffee shops or just in random places. And
hmm
you do that always, all the time.
All the time. Like, I just don't like being in a place and not being able to talk to anyone,
Yeah.
right? So I'm always like, oh my God, your
But
dog
how
is
does
so
it
cute.
happen?
It just happens naturally. You're just curious about people, right? If you look very well, if you just take time to look at people, you can tell so much about people.
Yeah.
You're in coffee shops, you see sad people, you see joyful people. It just reminds me about life. So
Yeah.
I just always want to say hello to someone because sometimes it makes somebody's day bright. Just
Yeah.
saying good morning, Have you ever told someone good morning and I was like, what? Who is that guy? That sort of thing. But I've come to realize that little gestures like that make people's life so good. They might just
Yes.
be having a bad day. So just you saying
Oh,
hello, you know, does great things because it happens for me too as well. I go in places and say, hello, yeah, I love your classes and all that. It makes me feel happy. So
oh,
I just want to treat people the way I want to be treated. Yeah. So,
oh, I love that.
yeah.
So I actually know you because, I'm a small business owner, and were working with ATB
Yeah.
at the time, and I can't even remember why you came. Now that I think back, I'm like, I have no idea why we were having a meeting,
Yeah.
but you gave me such like good advice. But you were so friendly, kind, and honest.
Mm.
Like now, I always want you around everything, like
Oh.
Thanksgiving, my birthday,
Oh my God.
like because your energy and you're just so kind and positive and happy that
Oh.
I can't even remember why we were talking to begin with.
Now I think about it, like I have no idea. But I remember one thing I remember was that I think I was in a meeting and you called and I went out and we had this conversation for over an hour or something like that, and trying to like, okay, how are we gonna fix this? What are we gonna do? Um, yeah, just those sort of things. It's just it's for me, it's more than work.
Yes.
Work is not just work, it's more than work. Like for me, I believe that work is about creating happiness. Whatever you do, you should
Yeah.
find the happiness you create. If you ever come to that point where you see work from that perspective, it changes the way you see people,
Yeah.
right? So, I always talk about this story of this lady who was pregnant and it was a football game and she wanted to use the bathroom and the bathroom was really dirty. And she was like, "Nope, I'm not gonna go in there." And let everything out. And everyone was like, "Oh my gosh!" She's like, "No, I'm not gonna go in there." But I always meet, somebody who works as a janitor, and they say, "Well, I'm just a janitor." I was like, "No, no, no." Each time I think about that lady, I think about every janitor. I was like, "You create people's happiness." Because
Yeah.
remember, like, how many times do you go to the bathroom and you're texting? You're sending an email, you're responding to something, you're smiling, you're watching Instagram, right? Boy, it's the joy and happiness and the comfort you get there was created by someone, right? But that person doesn't even know that that's what they're doing,
That's
right?
true.
So for
God
me,
bless
is
my housekeeper.
oh yeah, tell them like So it's always important for me, to look at work from that perspective of what you're doing, the end effect. So when you see that, it kind of just helps you the way you relate with people, and you
Yeah.
treat people like people. So
I love that.
yeah.
Well, what do you think about like how banking and like networking go together and for people to connect and because
Hmm.
banking is such like a strict sort of
It looks like,
like
right?
you don't really fit into the typical model of like
Yeah,
banking. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like you have like such a strict way of thinking about it and connecting people, but it is such an important thing,
it
like
is.
similar to what you were saying.
It
So,
is. Like because I think with banking you can change the lives of people.
yes.
You can really change the lives of people with banking. And I never planned to be a banker. I don't like bankers. I don't know. Sometimes I don't like bankers, to be honest. Like, I never liked it. And
Yeah.
the reason I never liked it was because of my mom. My mom was uneducated, but she was a business person. And every time my mom was going to the bank, it felt like she was going to judgment seats, right? She was always going to see this, like these guys with, like tie and suits and all. And, she always came back because all her loans were always declined. So it always made her feel bad. And I was like, who are these people, these bad people? So never liked bankers, never liked entrepreneurship, and on that, never did any of that until I moved to Canada and joined banking. So each time,
And you're helping entrepreneurs.
yeah, because of I think about my mom, right? Think about if I treat people right, they don't have to feel like my mom. Just the way my mom cried when she came home, So that's what drives me. So.
Should I be more like my mom?
Oh no! If I see you, I think about my mom all the time, so it's all good.
Well, like, how do you think people's like professional confidence can help them in their dating?
That's a great one. It's sometimes I think it's a different life,
It is.
right? When you think professionally, the things you talk about,
Yeah.
and when it comes to dating, sometimes it feels like it's different, right? What you talk about is different. The things you look at, like you don't do forecasts when you date. You don't look at financial
We should do
projections.
dating forecast.
You
Yeah.
don't do all the, but I think that for me, I think that when you're at work, you want to bring that real personality, that who you are to work, right? And I think that's what you transfer to dating as well. You want to show yourself.
Yeah.
You want to know, if you're a loving person, you find that you just don't fake one part of it, right? I find that people who fake one part of it fake the other as well. All right, so it's just being consistent, being who you are, and that confidence you use at work. When you do dating, talk about ask people questions. You want to understand things. You want to see the big picture.
Yeah.
I think somehow it works. It works together. Now I'm thinking about it. I was like, did you do that? I was like, I don't know. Boy, I think it works, right? I think that because you deal with people at work, so dating is about people.
Yeah.
It's not about AI robots and all that
No,
stuff.
no.
It's about people, right? So you also want to know people. You want to, if you like people, you love people. I think it's the same thing. It's bringing all of those things to work, but I think it's the crossover too. Thinking about using the things you do at dating and taking it to work.
Yeah.
Right, because about kindness, about love and care. So I think it kind of feeds into each other.
It does.
That's my
Sometimes people
thoughts.
confuse those or reverse it,
Yeah, because if you think about it, like I talk to many sports people, and it's like, hey, like you in sports now, you do this. How did your sports life affect that? They always have a story. Like maybe they have more grit now. They persevered. There's resilience. Those are the things they've learned from the work they do. So same thing. So I think that we apply so many things about work into our daily lives as well. Maybe sometimes is how you are very patient about things. How you see a different story. So interesting how do you know those people who are kind to everybody at work, but they're not good to their family?
Yeah.
That sort of thing. You just imagine, think about it.
Yeah.
It's like that's so fake. Everybody knows.
Right.
Right. So,
Yeah.
So there's so many things I think you can get from work and put into life, and
It's
it
true.
just makes it so beautiful.
I think you're always you, which I just love. But you're always out and you're so busy. Like, how do you find balance? Like, how do you? Obviously, you're an extrovert.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
120%.
Yes.
Well, I think it's just life. Whether it's being part of the community, whether it is volunteering, it's not. I don't think about it as a part of what I do. I think about it as what I do. It's
Yeah.
it's just like eating. It's just like doing every other thing, right? So you plan that, you prioritize, you move things around. It's just part of my life. I've made
Because
it
you're
as a part of my
literally
life.
doing something every day. I think.
Yes.
It seems like it to me. I
It
mean,
feels like,
Yeah.
not necessarily.
That's true.
Boy, I always have something going on. There's always something to do. There's
Yeah.
always happiness to create.
oh, I love that.
Think about it.
Yeah. And I love what you're wearing. The little heart touch, very special.
Thank you.
So what do you think is unique? Like, because you're new to Calgary, I guess 10 years-ish. Is that new? I don't
About
know.
that, about 10
What
years,
do you
yeah.
think is unique about Calgary's dating scene?
That's an interesting one. Interesting query when I think about it. I think it's just like what I said earlier. It's about life,
Yeah.
right? It's dating and life are they're kind of synonymous to each other, right? When you think about the Calgary dating scene, first of all, you think about the life in Calgary. People are happy, people are nice, people are kind, that sort of thing. I
Well,
think
that's your opinion.
that's my opinion, right?
But that
I
is,
don't know.
I love
I'm sure
that.
people have different
Yeah.
opinions about it, but I think if you ask many people, they will tell you that people are kind, people are nice, right? But however, despite those sort of things, people are also going through stress. People have traumas.
Yeah.
People have been cheated on. People have been beaten. People have gone through domestic violence. People have gone through all of those things. You see one person, but we're a combination of all of that,
Yeah.
right? So I don't see it a little bit different from everything else. I think that it is just the reality going out, and sometimes people are real. People want to be secure. People want to make sure that they're speaking to the right people. Someone who has interest in their lives. Everybody just wants everybody just wants to meet someone who's awesome.
They do.
Right, everybody, wherever you are, whether you're in Calgary, whether you're in Hong Kong, you
Yeah.
just want to meet somebody that you can, that aligns to what you want to do at that point, right? So that's the way I think about it. I honestly do not see it differently. I just honestly see like, yeah, there's
Yeah, because
peculiarities.
you've lived in lots of different places.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, so this was interesting because I was watching last week. I was at an event, and they were showing this Nigerian movie, and these people met for the first day, and the lady says, "I love you," and I was laughing because I was like, "That's a very Nigerian thing." Like, you meet this girl the first day, it's like, "I love you," and they're like, I remember it
Right
being,
away?
right away. You're like, "Oh, I love you. I'm gonna do that," and it was normal, to do this back in Nigeria. And I remember going to London. I was in London, and I told this girl, "I love you," and she just walked away. And I was like, why? I thought it was something to show that I was interested. I was like, no, it shows that you're a freak. So it made me laugh, right?
Yeah.
Now I'm even thinking about what I was talking about now. I'm trying to link to what I was talking about. I'll, I'll come back to it.
Okay, well, just about like how dating isn't different here than it is anywhere else.
Yeah. So that sort of thing. So if you thought about like somewhere else, there's certain things you want to do. You want to take people out. You buy them things. You want to show all of that. While I find here it's not really like that. People really want to just know you. Find, who are you? What's the first thing? I think maybe 10% of the time it just gets into go, go, go. Like,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like where in other parts of the world, it's more
People
like
are
from the
busy.
first day, it's just go, 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 right? So,
Yeah.
I would think, and I'm saying from my experience, right? So I'm sure other people have different experiences as well.
Like, what would be some advice that you would give to somebody who is single and a professional?
I would say be true. What do you want? That's what I always want to ask people. What do you want? What are you looking for? If I use my experiences, I just want to be able to communicate everything, as true as possible. Just find somebody you can. I always say find somebody you can communicate with. Find
Yeah.
somebody you can talk
Yeah,
to.
communication is like super
Yeah,
important.
if there's anything I've learned all through my life, it's that communication. Somebody you can just tell, this is the way I feel, and people understand, and people respect you for who and make changes when necessary. That's what you're looking
What's
for.
your birth sign?
My first line,
No, birth sign.
my birth sign. What's the January one? Is it like Capricorn or something?
Capricorn or
I know. I keep. Is it Capricorn or
you must be.
something?
Capricorns are big into banking.
Really?
I'm just trying to figure out because I was like, you're so, like, I'm trying to figure out what it is.
Maybe Capricorn is the only one I remember. Maybe that's why I just said it. I don't know.
It must be it.
It must be
What's your birthday exactly?
January 24th.
Oh wait, no. I think that's a Pisces. Interesting.
Okay.
Anyway, do you have any tips to like help people be more confident? Because I mean, I think you're very confident and you have like, you're so like authentic and you have like this brand to you. Not that everybody needs to do that.
Yeah.
But I mean, confidence is big, right? Like you have to be confident.
You have to practice.
Practice.
Yeah. Because I
Like
think
how?
life, confidence is about practice, right? You
Yeah.
think about, like, today I am the total of all my experiences, right? Experiences in life give you confidence.
Yeah.
Remember, like your first interview, how you were shaking
Yeah.
and you couldn't say that, but after you do it over and over and over again, you get good at it. You know, like you remember your tagline, you remember those sort of things. I think confidence many times. I don't know if there are many people that were born with confidence. Maybe there are. It's possible there are. But I think that depending on what part of your life, it comes with practice. It comes with meeting people, with different situations, with different experiences. That's what builds confidence, right? If you, I remember, like, it was hard for me to talk to any girl as a child, like you would imagine. Like I say
Really?
this, and everybody laughs at it. Now that's what everybody says.
Yeah.
Boy, you just try. Somebody told me yesterday, you just keep hitting the ball. As you keep hitting the ball, you build
Yeah.
confidence, right?
It's true.
Yeah. So I think that if that's something you want to do, you just keep practicing. And one day you're just going to meet different people. You're going to have many experiences. That's the way to build confidence.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts.
Yeah. Like when you're out and you're meeting people, because I'm sure people meet you and like ideas come to them because, you are who you are. But do you ever meet somebody and think, wow, like you get ideas, like of things you can do, like either business or anything? Like, do you come across that?
Oh, a lot, a
Yeah.
lot. And it's just about conversations. Like I try to make conversations not transactional. Like when they're transactional, like I kind of get lost in it. We're trying to move it more of like more inquiries, trying to explore, trying to know who they are and why they do what they do, and just get to know them, right? And
Yeah.
and when you try to do that, it brings to something else. Like, okay, what do you do? Then we talk about what I do, helping entrepreneurs and all of that. And sometimes it goes into a conversation, right? So I will tell people always that networking, and this is somebody famous said this, that networking is about farming, it's not about hunting,
Yeah.
right? So networking or building is about farming. You're over a period of time you try to build a relationship. Where farming you just go where hunting you just go, you shoot something and you take it, right? So, and especially in the Calgary scene, when you're that sort of hunter, everybody knows. It's like, yeah, we don't, because you don't want, there's no authenticity. You don't care about people. You just want, what can I get from them?
Yeah.
Right, that sort of thing. So I think in my experience, when people realize that you care about them and you want to do, you want to help, or you just want to be something on their journey. People
Yeah.
are happy and open to like, hey, I have something. Oh, no, 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 no. I have a brother who's in business who needs to talk to you. It's just about building relationships, right?
You've
So,
been a huge part of my journey.
oh yeah.
I love it.
Thank you.
Do you ever feel like in all of your networking, do you ever feel you've made a mistake in networking with someone?
Great question. It's possible I have. It's definitely
Not
possible.
something you've thought of or obsessed about.
Yeah,
I do that.
So sometimes too, somebody told me yesterday that sales is the business is a rejection profession.
Yeah.
Right? So
It is.
sales is a rejection profession. So if you decide that people reject you and you don't want to do in sales, then maybe it's not for you. Right? So I have been in networking where you talk to someone and they look so out of place, they don't want to talk to you or something like that. And sometimes, like in the past, I would feel bad, as if maybe I was stressing them, or what could I have done better, or something like that. I used to think like that, but now we're like, I just, if maybe they're not in a good mood, and just say, hey, it was nice to meet you, and you just
That's true,
walk,
actually.
that's it,
Yeah.
like it's not about them, right? Or it's not about you, right?
Yeah, it's
Right.
about
So it's
them.
maybe something going on, and I just let it roll. right? So I don't think so. Also, too, I've
That
also
also speaks to your confidence.
yeah, but I've also learned lots of cultural competence as well.
Oh, really?
Right? When I
Tell me
mean
about that.
cultural competence is that the way you network when I was in Nigeria is different from the way I network the things you talk about.
Okay.
Right? You know,
Yeah.
if when you're new, you start talking about certain things that people here will like,
Like what?
why are you talking about that? You freak, something like that. So I've had to learn, and well, this is not what to say, this is not what to do. Because many times people judge you for the first time they see you. How
Yeah.
you look, what they're like, yeah, this is who that person is. That's, he or she is crazy. Right. So it's possible, but none comes to mind. But
Unknowingly.
yeah, I know what I think about. But I try to, be friendly,
Yeah.
get to know people. If they want to meet later, we meet later. Maybe they're on LinkedIn or something, we connect and just let it grow naturally, organically, right?
Yeah.
You're not forcing anything to happen. That's the way I think about it. If they like you, they like you. If they don't like
It's
you, they
true.
don't like you.
It's true.
Right?
Well, you know what? Any business that works with you, I feel happy for them.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. Thanks for selling my brand.
Yes.
Question for you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Tell me about, well, it's easy. You get this every time. Tell me about the Calgary dating scene. What do you say?
I mean, I don't think dating in Calgary is any different here as it is anywhere. Everybody thinks it's difficult where they are. And that's like a person based, not location based. And you really just got to, sort things out for yourself. Yeah, it's not your city.
Yeah.
It's you.
And when you talk to people, is there something you tell them to look out for? Like, hey, look out for this, it's a good sign. Look out for that, it's a red flag, run away. Anything you
We don't really have like red flags or green flags, but I think with certain people, if they, express something that's really important to them, whether it be negative or positive, I'm like, okay, if this is a bother to you or an interest to you, do this or do that. That certainly comes up, but I mean, we don't want to have red flags.
on the first day? Okay, and I promise this is the last one.
Oh,
Last one.
you can ask more than one.
Okay. What are the things you should never talk about on your first dates?
Oh my God. And you know what's funny? And I can say this because I do this all the time. So I know. Never talk about your ex.
Okay.
Just never speak negatively about your job or your life. Like hold that till you know somebody a bit better.
So it's not the best day to talk about your trauma.
No trauma. Like lock it in.
Okay. Good advice.
No trauma.
I know someone I'm going to tell.
Do you?
It's like, don't talk about your trauma. Yeah.
Well, come on a first date. Nobody needs to know.
Sometimes people just think like, oh, it's the first day. People, I need to be authentic. I need to be genuine. I just need to say everything, right?
I agree.
And so some people want to know everything the first day, but some people don't want to know everything the first day. And most times I've told people like, well, if you knew everything the first day, I'm not sure you would have went on the
That's
second
true.
date.
You wouldn't.
Right?
You wouldn't go on a second date.
Yeah.
Like I'm an oversharer, especially if I've had a couple drinks. Like I might talk about my cousin or my mom. Nobody needs to know,
Okay.
right? And you've met my mom.
Oh, she's amazing.
She is, but you don't want to talk about her on her first date.
No, if she's listening, if I would just be smiling
not
and looking at her,
listening.
she's like, you're so sweet, mama.
I'm gonna make her watch this one. She's probably gonna wish she was sitting on your lap right now.
I'm laughing and was like, I think water's coming out of my eyes.
Aww.
Well, those are all the questions I got.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for asking. Well, Dennis,
Thank you.
thank you for coming to the morning after with Chris.